game, waiting for a Thunderbolts trailer. Hey, we're live. Welcome. It's Monday night. Welcome to MCU Mondays right here on Feast of Fandoms. We're glad you joined us. I am your host, David. With me, as always, are my co-hosts, Debbie. Debbie, how are you this evening?
Okay. Thawing
Cool.
out from working at the office because our furnace or heater broke. I don't know what it was. And so I'll be frozen for the next 2 weeks because that's how long it takes to get a motor in, I guess.
Awesome. And Andrew, how are you this evening?
I'm doing good.
I just want everybody to know, and I put this out on my personal Facebook page, and I put it out on our Feast of Fandoms, but I put it out there, and basically it was a Taylor Swift is like a rock star that doesn't have she's not drunk anymore. She's in a long-term committed relationship. So it's like a rock star that's sobered up and now the well has run dry as far as her writing and music goes. So she needed some way to get that zest back, get that music back, and so she conspired with the NFL to give the Chiefs an amazing season, bring them all the way to the Super Bowl, and then have them lose in a horrible fashion, which would give Taylor Swift enough ammunition to write a double album. And about halfway through that game, I was sitting there going, oh God, I was right. And with about 2 minutes left, I looked over at Luke and I was like, you remember what I told you right before this game started? And he said, oh my gosh, you pegged it. And I was like, you're darn right I pegged it. So congratulations.
She even got booed.
Yeah.
Congratulations to the Eagles. You just made us make another Taylor Swift album. Thanks
Well,
a freaking lot.
You know, it's as a Cowboys fan, I did not root for the Eagles because I will never ever root for the Eagles, but they played great last night. I mean, they just completely dominated they never blitzed once and sacked Mahomes 6 times. Like that's
And what's funny is that, and I was listening to somebody on the radio. They said they sacked Mahomes 6 times, and the Cowboys had 6 blitzes all season.
Yeah,
and the Eagles did 6 in one.
The Eagles
day.
had 7 rushing touchdowns in the NFC Championship game. Dallas had 6 all season. So,
or maybe that's what it was. Maybe it was rushing touchdowns.
The Cowboys had a pretty bad year, and they've made a ton of really good decisions to have another bad year next year. So,
well, that being said, the reason that
the Mavericks traded Luka, so being a Dallas fan is just great. Just great.
That being said, one of the only reasons that I watch the Super Bowl anymore is because, is for the commercials. I love the commercials. The Doritos one was hilarious, where the guy was the alien was trying to steal his Doritos. That one
was being a seal from out in the so random.
Weird. Oh my God. I was like, what are they doing?
Bunch of good random stuff. Now, one thing that I was really looking forward to was we were supposed to get a Thunderbolts trailer, and we didn't. We didn't get it on the TV. They basically gave us a little tease, and then they said it's online now.
They did the same thing with Deadpool and Wolverine last year, because they said the trailer would debut at the Super Bowl, and it was 30 seconds, and it was full trailer online.
Full trailer online. It was like, oh, I was mad. I was upset. But we do have the trailer tonight, so we're going to watch it tonight right here on MCU Mondays, just because it aired last night. And I personally still have not seen it.
I haven't.
I was tied up with the game. Now I know Debbie's probably drooled over it.
She's watched it 50 times probably already.
At least once, if not more. So
she watched it several times to dissect everything Bucky does.
She's got her Bucky phone. And she'll be getting a new phone next month, just because of that. But we won't go there. But let's let me see if I can't get this thing up. Oh, let's see here. Oh, there is what I want. All right. As is normal, just let me know if it looks crummy. But it should be fine. Let's take a peek at it. Here's the Thunderbolts trailer dropped during the big game last night. Maybe.
Let's talk facts. The Avengers are not coming.
Are we good?
Who
Choppy?
will keep the American people safe?
Nope.
There's some big threat out there, and you are gonna help me stop it.
Wait, us?
Yeah, you. Why, you got someplace to be?
I love that guy.
So does Debbie.
So none of us comply? So what, we all just punch and shoot?
I can't think of a worse group of people trying to work together.
Everyone here has done bad things. You can't escape the past.
Oh my God.
It's like your mind is somewhere else.
So you can do something about it now, or live with it forever.
This could get messy.
No shit. You thought you were gonna be some great saviors? You can't even save yourself.
Get with the arm.
We can't do this. No one here is a hero.
Lena, when I look at you, I don't see your mistakes. That's why we need each other.
Okay, that was really good.
We are the thunderbolts!
Can't call ourselves that.
God, thank you.
This has makings of team that can rise to glory. Bring light from the darkness. This team can be the heroes on the Wheaties box. With a little giddy toy.
Alexei, have you slept?
I'll sleep when I'm dead.
I'd like not to die today, so maybe somebody else should be driving.
Okay,
that's great.
Let's see. Let's mute this real quick, otherwise we might get tagged. But I will let it play in the background again. Red Guardian's going to be awesome. I think he's going to be my favorite. I know, Debbie, you're a big Bucky person, but I'm thinking Red Guardian's going to be my. Who's the bad guy here? Who are we looking at?
You got Sentry, and you got the Void.
Okay.
Mhm.
The Void is the alt like ultra type.
See him sitting around in his underwear eating potato chips. What's wrong with that?
That's Saturday night for me.
Yeah, I know, right? Saturday night, nothing. That's like every night. I know there's a lot of people hoping that Taskmaster, they do a lot better job with Taskmaster than what they did with them in what you call it, the Black Widow movie.
Mm-hmm.
Sentry and the Void. All right.
I like the new logo.
I have high hopes. I like the cast of this is okay, so this to me, we have dealt with each one of these characters in a prior Marvel film.
Mm-hmm.
You had Yelena and Red Guardian and Taskmaster for that matter. In the Black Widow movie, you've had Bucky like all over everywhere. Ghost was in the Ant-Man and the Wasp. So these are characters that we are used to, we are familiar with, and now we get the team up movie. It's not pulling a DCEU to where it's like a, well, we're gonna just create the big team up movie and go from there. So I like the fact that we've dealt with these. We know who we're dealing with, basically, as far as all of that goes. So anyway, that's it. Thunderbolts. What did it say? July? Was that the
May?
Is it May? May 2nd.
Yeah, May 2nd.
Wonderful. Oh, it's
I don't know why
Fantastic Four's in July. Yeah.
Andrew and I are echoing.
Okay, I thought it was just me.
Andrew and you are what? Oh, echoing?
Maybe I'll leave real quick and see.
No, I don't think so.
Oh,
now we're not.
on.
It's only when he has the share screen on.
Yeah, I heard it and it was so weird, but I thought it was just me, so I wasn't going to say anything.
Yeah, I kept muting my microphone, but then you were still echoing. I was like, well.
I was like, I hear myself, so. It was so weird talking. Yeah.
That's why I quit talking, because I was like, that annoys the shit out of me. But yes, Bucky.
I gotta say, this trailer did what a trailer's supposed to do. It got me even more excited for the movie because I was already excited. But this, I'm counting down the days now to May 2nd.
But here's the problem. We got till May 2nd.
Mm-hmm.
And they will basically show the movie before it gets here.
Oh,
just like they have with Captain America 4, because they've had so many. And I'm just scrolling by and I was like, quit it.
I feel like every day there's a new it's like every day there's a new TV spot for Brave New World. I mean, I saw one the other day where it was Harrison Ford as the president, on a workout bike. Hearing something. I'm like, why are you we would piece together all the TV spots and you got the movie.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, that's why I quit.
Mm-hmm.
I usually only watch the teaser and then the main trailer, and then that's it, because it's just ridiculous how I don't understand the marketers, what their thinking is.
Someone said they either
they're not doing their typical marketing where they're hiding things. They've pretty much put this movie out in full force.
I saw someone say online that they said either the marketing team is just really bad for Brave New World, or they think the movie's so bad they don't care if you see everything. So we'll see.
I just hate it. I mean, they've done it with all the movies here,
right? Yeah.
And they've done it for years, and I'm just so sick of it. It's like, I don't want to see all this shit. I want to see it for myself, brand new, when I go and pay $17-20 to go see a movie.
Yeah. Speaking of Harrison Ford, did you see his Jeep commercial yesterday?
I did.
My son sent it to me.
Even though my name is Harrison
Ford. I thought that was pretty funny.
I love my Jeep.
That was great.
What about, did you see the Glenn Powell one with the Goldilocks and the three bears? It's like he's reading the story and he's like, what if it was a guy? And it was very funny.
That was hilarious. I haven't made my mind up about Glenn Powell. The movies he's been in has been okay, but that commercial just cracked me up.
The McConaughey one with Uber Eats, how he's saying football is just a big scheme to get you to buy food. And he's talking with Greta Gerwig about doing a movie, like all the team names come from food. It was pretty.
No. The better one was where he had he had made a reservation. I forgot what they were plugging, but he had.
It was an AI sales. It was like a team.
Yeah. And it was just like dumping rain on him, and Woody Harrelson sitting across the street under the shade. It was like, you should have booked with us. You can change things. Come on over, man. We'll take care of you.
Yeah, this year had a lot of good commercials, so you're all wet.
Okay. Also, we had Fantastic Four. We got the teaser trailer for Fantastic Four, not Brave New World. What is this one? First Steps.
Captain America First Steps is coming out in a few days, and Fantastic Four Brave New World
is coming out in July.
And then they totally pranked everybody because it said, trailer drop at 7 a.m. Eastern. Well, I'm usually up at that time for work anyway, so I'm smoking a cigarette and I'm in the garage and I'm pushing it, and then this thing that a countdown for a rocket launch, and I'm like, did I click on the wrong thing? Because I kept clicking out and clicking back in. I was like, what is going on?
It was an hour. Jeez.
An hour. I was like,
and then they had the 10-minute interview after the hour before the trailer. I was like, oh god.
Oh yeah, people were pissed.
Yeah. Well, think about the people on the Pacific time. They had to get up at 4 a.m. Imagine getting up at 4 a.m. and then you see
and then having to wait another hour.
Yeah, I would just be like, I'm gonna set an alarm for an hour and just try to sleep again.
All right, but we do have that one. I've done this one a different way, so we shouldn't have any echoes. But let's take a peek at the Fantastic Four First Steps.
Welcome to the Baxter Building.
We make a point to do family dinner every week. Sunday at 7 on the dot, no matter what. We're all here.
Herbie, how's that sauce coming?
Yeah, I'll be the judge of that.
Okay. Oh,
Time is of the
is
essence.
this guy good or what? I want to add a couple cloves of garlic. Not because it's not delicious, I just want to add a little bit of zip, okay?
Hilarious because he's on the bear with the chef show.
Before we went up the first time, you couldn't turn invisible. Ben wasn't a rock. The best pilot in the world right here.
Yeah. Best looking, he means.
And Johnny never caught fire.
Ben has always been a rock.
Johnny is Johnny.
Hi.
And I am right here. Whatever life throws at us, we'll face it together. As a family.
February 4th. That was the day. That
I would say
dropped.
that trailer looks fantastic.
I love
I like how it started out like a television screen.
Yeah.
and it's
From back in the day.
It's a lot like WandaVision. It's almost like what they're doing here is a TV interview saying, "Hey, here's how we spend our lives." Here's
I
how we
love
do
the
it.
score too. I like the music.
Now, something somebody said, and I've noticed this too. We do not see Reed's powers at this throughout this entire thing. Obviously we see Johnny flame on, we see Sue go invisible, we see you can't miss Ben Grimm, but you don't see Reed do his stretchy thing.
I thought he was gonna have Hugh Jackman's face for for a minute, like Fantastic Four.
But
Welcome to 2000. Okay.
Now, a lot of people complained about Thing and how he looked.
oh, for God's sake, he's like this.
And his
is
voice, I heard
accurate.
voice complaints.
Oh,
Yeah,
please.
voice complaints. And I'm like, why?
Yeah, why?
And Sue's hair, it's not very reminiscent of the 60s look. And I was like, okay, this is futuristic 60s. The cars don't.
The
they
cars
kind of
don't
look
look like cars
retro,
from the
but they're
60s.
definitely not 60s cars.
The rocket that they go up in does not look like a 1960s rocket. I'm sorry. This is
It's also an alternate universe. It's MCU, but they're currently not in that.
This is a 1960s what the comics thought the future would look like in the 1960s.
Like the Jetsons.
If you were to pick up a comic book in the 1960s and say, this is the future, this is what you would see. this is exactly what you would see, with the cheesy looking little robot, the funny hair, the futuristic jumpsuits, the car that looks sleek and stylish, and the rocket that's, this is
That
just
clip right there of Reed writing on the chalkboard. There are some people that think that's a bridge for the multiverse.
That's what I saw, was that
Yeah.
if you paused it right and looked at it,
Mhm.
they're talking about bridges and stuff.
Yeah, I
Multiverse.
assume that they will somehow end up in the MCU main timeline.
I also saw that Doomsday is starting to film next month. So I don't know, it's random.
Yeah, this looks good. I like it. I'm looking forward to it.
Like I said, July is going to be a really good month. So
I wonder who the bad guy's going to be. I'm just kidding. Debbie. I'm just kidding.
Well, outside of the obvious, you got Galactic, and then you got the John Malkovich. I forget what his character.
I remember it too, but
is it something Hart?
I don't remember, but I did hear it. So
anyway. I will look it up.
So that's it. We have had 2 trailers drop. We've got Falcon and the Winter Soldier this week. Not Falcon and the Winter Soldier. God, help me. Captain America: Brave New World drops this week. May is Thunderbolts, and then July is Fantastic Four: Brave New World. So a lot of
Fantastic Four First Steps.
God, I did it again, didn't I? Let's talk about Daredevil. Daredevil. I'm sorry. It was late night last night. I'm tired.
It's all right.
Busy day at work. It's just my brain is. So anyway, all right. Let's talk about Daredevil.
A little late, buddy.
Oh, for Christ. You know what it is? He's just now. Wait a minute. Yeah, he's just now getting home, so he's just now turning this on.
Yeah, go back about 10 minutes.
10 minutes, nothing. We're 22 minutes in. We've looked at
10 minutes for that one, 10 minutes for the
Fantastic
Four.
We've done both.
So yeah, just go back to the beginning and you'll see it.
You could say we've had a fantastic first 20 minutes. Say
it
that
was
again.
Rather thunderous. Oh, well, it wasn't as
You
good.
better bolt to the beginning of the episode.
All right.
Let's just get there.
Debbie's like, just stop. Just both of you just stop.
Stop.
So anyway, let's talk about Daredevil. First episode we had was Revelations. This one was basically the follow-up. We've got Matt learning who his mother was in the previous episode. Hang on, I'm trying to pull up my notes here. And you've got Nadeem. Poor Nadeem. I feel bad for him. Just because he finds out he tries to turn Fisk in, and his boss basically
they're all in on it.
All of them.
Well, except for that one guy that she unalived.
Well, he unalived him because he had brought him in as hey, look, I want to bring you in as it's not a what was it? It was we need to. It was like internal investigation.
To read him in.
Yeah.
Read him in on. Yeah.
It was the IA investigation, internal affairs, and then she not only did she unalive him, she unalived him and she blackmails
Nadeem
because he's in there and he's like, no, Nadeem, stop, put the gun down, and then turns the recorder off. It was like, oh, jeez.
Puts everything in an evidence bag.
All right,
Yeah.
we've got your prints on the weapon. We've got the recording. Now you're gonna do what we have. Now you're gonna do what we say.
Yeah, there was like, what, 10 of them all together that was in on it?
Yeah.
I'm just like, oh, including Bullseye. He's being very cocky.
Oh, yeah. And especially with him, because it's almost like I know what you tried to do. You tried to throw me under the bus. And now it's, hey, partner. Hey, we're friends now, right? Yeah. Oh. Let's see. You also we kind of got a backstory for Maggie, Sister Maggie.
Now, I'm sorry, but she acted all surprised when the father said Matt knows. And she's like, you told him? No, you dumb bitch. He heard you. You were talking loudly in the sanctuary, and he has super hearing, and he's downstairs, and you didn't think he would hear you.
It was a Freudian slip. That's what it was.
God. Really wanted to smack her.
So, yeah.
Yeah, so we got all that backstory as to...
And did you notice, I don't know if you caught this, props to the cinematographer on this one, but when Matt was dealing with his dad, he was at the gym, and he was talking back and forth with his dad was never in focus, ever. He was always background and fuzzy. I mean, you could see him, you knew who it was, but it was like the camera was focused on Matt and Jack was just kind of he was a background character, but a background character with lines and was saying stuff and never focused on Jack. So I thought that was an interesting way to say, hey, look, he's not really there. He's just kind of a voice. But when Fisk was there, Fisk was always clear. Nice and clear. Yeah. So it's almost like I don't know. To me, it was almost like showing.
You paid the camera guy to make him clear.
Well, I mean, I took it as Fisk is first and foremost in his mind because he wants to get him back in jail so bad. So that's why Fisk appears very clearly. Whereas his, after finding out about his mother, he kind of blames his dad because, you never told me or whatever. But that's not his main focus.
Yeah.
See what I did there? Not his main focus.
Nice. Nice.
I don't know. I just make this shit up as I go along.
I was wondering if they were going to talk about Maggie because they never really said. They said after the fact, and I was like, oh, she's probably got postpartum depression. That's probably what it is. And why he called the nuns and the priests, I don't know, to come deal with her.
Well, because she was in the process of becoming a nun when they met. So plus, I don't know. I just get I don't know if they ever say, but I think, the whole family was pretty much Catholic. So that's where, and, taking them to a doctor, back then,
yeah,
they would just say, well, I guess they kind of do it now. So nothing's changed. But yeah, they would have just said, she'll be fine in a few weeks or whatever. But so I think, next best thing is the priest and the nuns to see if they could help her, and maybe, and of course, then she becomes a full
And she
nun.
becomes a full on in your face nun. And Jack ends up raising Matt as best he can until his passing. But so we get a little backstory with Maggie and Jack. I don't know. I don't buy the fact that a group of nuns goes to a underground boxing match.
Well, the other two didn't want to be there. She did. I think it was like her, like when you're getting ready to get married, you have a bachelor party.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Last
I
night of freedom
think,
kind of thing.
Yeah, so I think that's where her mind was, and that's what she was thinking. Oh, we'll never be able to do this once we commit.
Yeah. You also have Karen. I hate to bring her up, but we're gonna have to talk a little bit about her.
Sorry, Debbie.
Karen is on the run. But you know what though? She's finally. I'll tell you this, Debbie. She knows she's gonna be being hunted by Fisk. And what does she try and do? She runs away. She gets away. She's trying to get away from everybody that Fisk could make a target.
It's a pattern.
So, but
as we learn in the next episode.
But she's trying to clear herself from this. So,
well, she just kept her mouth shut in the first place. See, she opens her mouth.
That's her problem. That is her problem right there.
Cocky and she thinks she's doing something, and then she just ends up either, getting herself in trouble or getting Matt or Foggy in trouble.
She'd be the kind of person that takes the knife out of someone that's been stabbed, thinking that she's helping the wound. It's like, no, don't touch the body.
Leave it in.
The evidence.
Leave it in.
Yeah. Or
yeah, she irks me.
You could say she's a Karen,
again, aren't you?
Huh?
You probably loved this next episode, didn't you?
What Debbie didn't tell you is she got a Daredevil shirt with Karen on it.
No, I did not. If I could have found a Foggy shirt, I would have bought that one, but they didn't have any.
So, you've got Fisk. He tries to set up he's using Nadeem to try and catch Deadpool in a trap. Hey, Ando, how's it going?
Hey, Ando.
Daredevil.
Dang it, did I say?
You said Deadpool. Quit wearing Deadpool shirts.
Especially
Daredevil. I like this Deadpool shirt. It's soft and it feels good.
Well, just print out a picture of Daredevil and put it over.
What did he say in Guardians 2? It's soft and I have very sensitive nipples. Oh, my nipples!
Oh.
And it's like with Fantastic Four, Brave New World.
Brave New World, that's right.
And Captain America: First Steps.
But then we've got Fisk, and he's basically escaping. I love how he's making Nadeem do all of this too. He's basically saying, I own you, and you know it. So Nadeem can take off my ankle monitor and put it on somebody else. And, Nadeem can open the door, and Nadeem's going to ride with Dex. And all, I mean...
Oh, yeah, he's just rubbing the salt into the wound.
Yeah, you got to love him for
rubbing his nose in it.
Mm-hmm.
And then you've got, like I said, he's calling Nadeem, or he's calling Matt, saying, "Hey, we're headed to such and such place." He's left the building, and I don't know if Fisk. I don't know. What do you think? Did Fisk want him to catch up to him there, or did he want him to actually break into his hotel room?
I think he was actually wanting to catch him or kill him, whatever.
Because
I
Fisk
think,
seems to have the upper hand in like every area.
yeah,
It
he's
just feels
always
like with this
5 steps ahead of everybody. But he truly looked frustrated that Daredevil didn't show up. See, now you got me
almost had
doing
it,
it.
didn't you? You
I
almost
did, asshole.
I'll get ya. He almost that who? Yeah, I don't know. I was kind of like, well, did he want him to get caught? And then, so who's the? Help me out here. Who's the little weird girl that's? Who's the girl that's the guy in the chair for Fisk?
Probably someone else that he's got something on. I don't know if we ever learned anything.
Identified or anything?
Not so
I
far.
don't recall. Yeah.
But yeah, it's probably because she acts petrified of him. She's relieved that Matt's
oh my
there.
gosh, you're here. Oh, you got to get out of here quick because he's going to be here in a few seconds.
Yeah.
And I'm going to have to tell him that you were here and you're not going to be able to get back in.
I mean, everybody that is with Fisk, I don't think they're there willingly. I mean, there might be a few, but the majority are, he's got something on them or he's threatened them.
I think Dex wants to be there.
Oh, yeah. Dex is loving it. He's looking that shit up. Yeah.
And especially this was the next episode when he says, when he tells Dex to go kill Karen. And he basically tells him who Jeffrey was. And he was like a son to me. And you now are part of that role. Yeah, Chewie, stop it.
Chewie, come on.
You mean Wesley?
You cannot like Karen.
Wesley.
All right.
Not Jeffrey, Wesley.
I was like, who the hell is Jeffrey?
Wesley.
Debbie's like, did I watch the right episode? Because that's never happened in the history of this show. No one has ever watched the wrong episode. Ever. Never happened.
This guy. Or this guy.
I'm having to remember these episodes.
You guys are talking about the wrong episode. No, you
we're
are.
talking about the right one. You just missed last
You know, but I'm always right, though. So it's like, I'm not wrong. You guys are wrong. I'm not late. You're early.
But I'm curious now too, Debbie. What were your thoughts on the origin of Karen, if you will?
She fast forwarded through it.
No, I watched it.
Though.
No, I watched it because it just justifies my feelings on Karen. She's selfish. She only thinks about herself. When something goes wrong, you know, she runs away or whatever. She got her brother killed. I mean, her brother being killed was all her fault.
And this is what I don't get. I really truly don't understand this. What do they see in her to where they're like, okay, we've fudged the paperwork so you don't go to jail. We've done this so this doesn't happen to you. They do everything in their power to try and save her. And she basically spits in everybody's eyes all the time. And it's like, why? At what point do you sit there and say, okay, enough is enough. Screw you. You're going down. I'm tired of sticking up for you.
I sometimes think she's a bit of a narcissist because she only thinks of herself. I mean, she thinks she's helping other people, but really she's not.
Is that a narcissist or is she a sociopath?
Or is she just dumb?
Both. Yeah. I just, that whole Karen episode, I was just like, nope, this is why I don't like her. Hopefully this next season will change my mind. Maybe she's grown up and matured.
Maybe she changed the blip. You never know.
Well, and that was,
I'm not holding my breath.
I mean, even as far as, I mean, when she was working in the restaurant or the diner or whatever, and that cop came in there, I was like, well, the cop's just being a jerk. But then I got to thinking about it. I'm like, he's not being a jerk. He knows what she does. He knows what she's been doing.
And who she's hanging with.
He's looking for a reason. He's looking for an excuse or he's looking for something to get to where he can take her in. He wants her, not in a, he wants her like arrested off the streets, wants her.
Mm-hmm.
But yet again, in the end,
The cop
they didn't mention her at all. They just, basically blamed it on the brother. He was driving.
Yeah. Blame it on the brother. He was driving, and that way you can go to school.
Yeah, she takes no ability for her actions at all.
Mm-hmm. And you see, with great ability comes great accountability. So she doesn't have any accountability either. So.
And even as far as she goes to she's at the frat party at the beginning of the thing. And the guy walks in, that's 100. No, all I've got is 60. Give me a student discount. And then he smacks her, and it's like, you know what? One of these times, your boyfriend's not going to be there to stick up for you, and you're gonna get the fire licked out of you, and it's not going to be fun at all.
And you're not going to fight your way out of that, or talk your way out of that one.
So I don't know. I wasn't a. Now we get to the end, and we get her in the church. Hi, Kitty's butt.
That's for the after dark.
Oh, kitty. Oh.
Oh, now Debbie likes Chewie, but when Chewie's walking in front of the camera and everything, no. So.
But she's looking.
Here comes her tail.
But they had the whole the priest invites her to the church, and we know who Matt's mother is, or invites her to mass. I guess she's hiding. She went to Sister Maggie, and Maggie's trying to get her away from New York. Give me a few days, and I can find you something that's not around here. And so Maggie's trying to get her hooked up, and here comes
Bullseye. Oh yeah, and then he kills the priest. I was like, why? Why would you do that?
Well, and that was the thing too, because I was like, okay, he's about to kill Karen, and how does he miss? He's Bullseye. How does he miss? Or did he do that just to?
He just loves doing it.
Just to add salt to the wound, if you will.
Oh yeah. He knows it'll get to Matt. He's just drawn Matt out.
But I loved it when they were fighting too, to where the priest whispers, "Matt, please forgive us," and Matt's like, "Okay," and he hears him. And then even Karen's like, "I can get these people out of here. Just keep him busy." But she's whispering everything so that Dex has no idea what's going on, and Matt hears it and understands, and it's like, okay, all I got to do is keep him busy.
But he gets the crap beat out of him too.
Well, and so does Dex. I mean, Dex takes a dive off the second floor. So, but I honestly think that this fight between Bullseye and Daredevil now I think this one's probably been my favorite of the series thus far. And I don't know why. It seemed like it was so, I don't know, it's just hard to say.
I'm a bit frustrated with Matt because he really hasn't nailed down how to really defeat this guy, how to beat him.
well, he's jumping into it too fast, and the fact that he's focusing more on Fisk than he is on this guy. What he needs to realize is that he's got to get through this guy to get to Fisk. And so he needs to stop focusing on how am I going to get Fisk and let me take care of this guy, then I'll worry about Fisk. Once his bodyguard's gone, once I've passed the first gate, then I can go on to the boss. I can get the boss level. So you got to defeat the level before you can defeat the boss. So I think that's what it's going to have to boil down to, is that he's going to have to sit back and say, okay, I need to look at how this guy fights, what he does, how he does things, and I need to figure out how to beat him.
See, it's interesting because I'm watching this season for the first time, so I have no idea how Matt's going to get out of the church.
Well, I mean, it's been.
Oh, come on! How was Matt going to get out of the bulletin? How was Matt going to get out of the garage with the FBI?
I'm trying to be.
Jeez, he's gotten out of everywhere else. Why wouldn't he be able to get out of the church?
Who knows?
It's been several years since I've seen this, so it's like some episodes I remember as soon as it starts. I'm like, oh yeah, okay, I remember what happens, and then other episodes, it's like I forget. It's new to me.
Yeah. So, and actually, we've got 3 episodes left after this one. So we have Reunion, and then One Last Shot, and A New Napkin. And actually, according to IMDb, the last 2 episodes are some of the top rated of the series. So it'll be
pretty cool.
Be interesting to.
I don't think Daredevil has an episode below an 8 on IMDb. I would be maybe a 7.5, but I don't think there's many under an 8. I'm sure.
Well, even the 3rd season, which, like the 3rd season, 8.2 was the lowest on the 3rd season.
How many episodes did you said we have left?
3 left.
Trilogy time.
How many weeks do we have?
Well, no, because next week we'll be doing Captain America, and then we have the 24th. So there's 1 week to do an episode, and then we have March 3rd because Daredevil doesn't come out till March 4th.
So we've got 2. Basically, we've got 2 weeks to cover 3 episodes.
So at least do a double episode and then one final episode.
Maybe we do.
I think
last 2 as a double.
I was gonna say, yeah.
Yeah.
We will do episode next week. Next week we're gonna do Captain America. Week after that, we will do episode
10.
11. No, 10 is Karen.
10 is Karen.
10 is Karen.
We did 9 and 10 today. You did the thumbnail.
I know.
See, episode 11 is Reunion. We'll do Reunion.
Debbie would rewatch episode 10 and be like, didn't we just watch
Didn't
this?
we just watch this? What?
My brain is still frozen from work, so I have
another Karen backstory. Are you kidding me?
And then we'll do episode 12 and 13 as the series. We can call this a series finale because
in a way,
Daredevil Born Again is going to be a new series,
a new era.
New era. So yeah, sure.
Yeah, I think it's supposed to take place 5 years after this one.
I believe so. Yes.
So yeah, we can call it series finale.
The Netflix series finale.
So awesome. And then we've got Captain America. Then we got Daredevil.
Then we're gonna have that. That should probably take us all the way till probably Thunderbolts. Because if it's a long or close to it, because
we'd probably be 13 weeks.
Yeah.
Or there's 13 episodes.
Yeah, because they cut it, and remember it was going to be like 18, and then they cut it down to 9 or 10.
Oh,
Maybe
because
actually, but
this
that's
series was about 13 per season.
because even if they do a 2-episode premiere, which is pretty popular, that would be like 8 weeks, which is 2 months. So that would almost get us right to Thunderbolts.
I lost my count.
Yeah. I don't know. I can fact check. I'm pretty sure it's probably 9 or 10 episodes. Daredevil, Deadevil.
Thunderbolts is May. I don't know. It's going to be
Second.
awfully close.
9 episodes. So if they do a 2-episode
only
premiere,
9?
if they do a 2-episode premiere, though, that's 8 weeks. So I'll actually know that wouldn't get us all the way to Thunderbolts. That's another like 4 weeks. So yeah, my math was I was thinking a month ahead.
I was thinking it was more than that.
Yeah.
Well, that's
it was initially when they first announced it. It was 18 episodes.
9 episodes. Yeah.
And then when they did the restructuring of it and completely scrapped the original idea, they cut it to 9 episodes. So they essentially, but season 2, they're already filming, I believe, or they're filming the week of the premiere. It's one of those.
Mm-hmm.
So
looks like season 2 is only going to be 9 episodes as well.
Mm-hmm. But hopefully they're all at least 50 minutes. Like if it's like the Netflix series, if they're all at least 45 to 50 minutes without credits, that would be nice.
Yeah, if Disney starts doing this 1 hour, half hour, 45.
Yeah, if that's what I liked about the Netflix series is literally every season they were all like at least 45-minute episodes. It didn't matter. Now for Iron Fist, that's I wouldn't have preferred 20. I would have liked 20-minute episodes there, but all the other series I was fine with the long episodes. So,
all right, Debbie, did we miss anything?
I don't think so. I think we covered everything.
She didn't write any notes for the Karen episode, so
I didn't write any episodes at all, or any notes at all.
We want to do fan questions real quick?
Yeah, let's do fan questions.
All right. So I pulled one from last week since we didn't do the show last week. This comes from at Vigilante Vibes Podcast on Threads. She asks, Team Iron Man or Team Cap? And why?
I hate that question. I hate it because I can see both sides, their arguments, but I always tend to lean towards Cap because of Bucky.
That's exactly. Oh well,
I was gonna say, yeah.
I lean for Cap just because you don't want to give up that much control. I mean, obviously, I get where the government's coming from with you may save the town, but you destroy everything.
I don't know. Because Team Cap had Elizabeth Olsen, who's hot, but Team Iron Man's got
Scarlett Johansson. Yeah, I gotta flip a coin.
That's 6 of one, half dozen of the other. That's a tough call.
And Team Iron Man has Spider-Man, so So it's like
I don't know. Like I said earlier, I can see both sides of the argument of why why Iron Man was doing his thing and Cap was doing his, but I just got to go with Cap's loyalty to Bucky.
Yeah.
Trying to save him, trying to figure out what's going on. And I can see why Tony gets pissed because Cap knows that Bucky killed his parents and didn't say anything. I mean,
you knew.
It's a catch-22 because if you told him,
it doesn't change anything. If you told him,
it doesn't change anything. But of course, he's out for revenge, or him and Cap are on the outs now, so yeah, it doesn't matter. But I gotta go with Cap.
Mhm.
I think I'd go.
I
with Cap,
agree.
too.
Yeah.
But I see both arguments.
Mhm. So our next question also comes from the Vigilante Vibes podcast. She asks, who do y'all think will die in Thunderbolts?
Do we have to have one that dies?
Well, there's a lot,
Taskmaster.
yeah. There's a lot
Taskmaster
of.
or Ghost? I don't care about those two.
There were a ton of, one of the replies actually to her question was, have a hunch that Alexei and Taskmaster are on the chopping block. There's been more than a few group scenes in the trailer where Taskmaster is gone during the street fight against the Void. They are probably setting up Alexei up to die protecting Elena.
No, not Alexei. He's hilarious.
And a lot of people replied saying Taskmaster for sure.
Yeah, that one can go. Nobody liked him anyways. Her.
Yeah.
But
I would not be I wonder if I think there's going to be a death that is a shock. Like we're not expecting it. I don't think it would
better
be
not be Bucky because I will be the most pissed off person in the world.
I don't see them doing Bucky,
They
but at the
better
same
not.
time, I would not be surprised. I mean, I don't know that's I could see it happening, but
I could
also
see. Honestly, I could see all of them except for what's her name, Elena.
Elena, yeah.
And probably
Does John Walker? Does he?
no, because see, here's the
No.
thing: is John Walker's is a opposite of Captain America. Well, we've got a new Captain America now, so we don't need him. Same with Red Guardian, really, in a sense. Elena, though, is the replacement for Black Widow, which is fine. And who else?
Chris
Hey,
Evans,
Chris.
Captain America. We were just
Captain
talking
America
about him.
is on. Well, thank Captain America. We're glad you joined us.
We were just talking about you.
Who else was I? I was just thinking of somebody too. I don't see Bucky going either because he's hugely popular and a fan favorite.
Especially now. I mean, he's been in a lot of projects recently. So I don't see
Almost basically from the beginning almost.
Yeah.
Phase 1 wise at least.
Yeah, because first Avenger, he was there. So he's been around for a long time. So all right. Do we have another one?
We do. We have two more. So this next one comes from Donnie Muse 7784 on Threads. Do we think there will be any references to Project X or Weapon X, perhaps being ran out of the raft that was confined in the last trailer and Brave New World? Would be fitting if Ross was secretly building Weapon X to track down the Hulk, which gets us more comic accurate into Wolvie. I know that was a lot.
You said this is for Brave New World?
Yes.
That would make sense to me, especially since it's we were talking earlier about my gosh, we've seen the entire movie, so we know adamantium is a big part of this. So yeah, it wouldn't shock me at all. And especially since Thunderbolt's got his beef with the Hulk, so and we know Stearns is out there too. I mean, you're gonna have the leader in there somewhere. So that's almost gonna be like is he the real one really pulling Ross's strings kind of thing? Or is he working for Ross even to put Weapon X together? You know, it's I don't know. I'm kind of curious to see how that plays out. Be a post-credit scene.
Yeah. Wolvie or President Ross will return in Captain America First Steps. So
what's the next one?
Our final question comes from Jaden Watson, and he asks, How do you think Deadpool, the Fantastic Four, and the X-Men will be integrated into the MCU post Secret Wars?
How do I?
Now, Deadpool and Wolverine for sure are already in the MCU. I mean, with Deadpool and Wolverine, they're already in the MCU there.
I think it's gonna. Yeah, X-Men first steps.
Yeah. I mean, someone did reply saying something along the lines of an ultimate timeline where the remaining MCU characters are combined with the other properties and their presence is retconned when possible.
I don't know. I know from what I have seen, and it was my thoughts too, because first steps, they're definitely not in our timeline or the true timeline, whatever you want to call it.
The 616.
616.
Yeah. So I think, like you had pointed out earlier, Andrew, Reed was working on that chalkboard and you could see the bridge. I don't know if Galactic or Galactus, whatever his name is, destroys their world and they have to get out of there fast. And that's how they end up in the main timeline. Something like that.
That's what the theory is.
Surfer in that trailer either.
Yeah.
Oh.
We know that she is the female version. So she will be a big part of it. Or she should be.
So maybe she helps them get to the main timeline somehow.
Maybe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know if it's going to be a post-credit scene or just at the end of the actual movie where they end up in the main timeline, or if it's even has it been confirmed it'll be in this movie, or is it just
I don't know. We haven't heard anything yet.
It's all
so it may not even happen in First Steps. It could.
But it would make sense for somehow they get to the main timeline.
Yeah.
Okay. What else?
That was the last one.
That was the last one? Oh, man.
We got a lot of good questions, though.
Oh, man. All right. Well, I tell you what. If you have a question for us and you want to be on the fan questions, then go drop us a line on any of our social medias. We're on Facebook and Instagram and Threads. I personally am not on Threads, but
me neither.
I'm on there because you get surprisingly good engagement on there. Like even if you don't have a huge following.
Maybe I need to get on Threads then. We'll take Feast of Fandoms over to Threads. But anyway,
I think we already are.
Are we?
Yeah, we're just not quite as active as Facebook, but you can link the post to where when you post on Facebook, it automatically posts to Threads as well as Instagram. So you can.
I don't know if she's doing that or not.
Yeah.
But anyway,
yeah.
On the social medias, look up Feast of Fandoms. That's where we are. So, and then you find MCU Mondays, Cantina Happy Hour, all that kind of fun stuff. But yeah, go give us a like, put your question up. We'll read it online. We try to read all of them.
We should get an email too that we could do like a mailbag as well. That would be
kind of
cool thing to do.
All right. Debbie, shameless plugs. What do we got this week? Today's Monday.
Yeah, I was looking on YouTube to see if Sith Dominion had anything scheduled. I have not seen anything, so I don't know. But usually on Tuesday nights, I'm over on the Sith Dominion YouTube channel talking Sithy stuff. Wednesday we'll have a War of the Stars episode up.
I think
Thursday,
they're recording tonight, actually.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah. Thursday, we'll all be back for Cantina Happy Hour. Don't know what we're talking about, but it'll be Star Wars related. Friday, I believe we have no?
Yes. Sorry, I had to get the dates right. Yeah, just checking the dates.
Yeah,
Snackame. Again, I don't remember what they're talking about. Vox something. I think it's on Prime Video, but
Vox
I don't
Machina?
remember. I believe so. I believe that's what
I don't know. I took a shot in the dark.
Mm-hmm.
That sounded right.
Yeah, so they'll be on Friday. We do not have over on the Geek and I podcast. Usually on Fridays, I'm doing Star Trek over there, but since it's Valentine's weekend, we will not.
Mm.
And then Saturday is Geek Gauntlet.
I
talk about
know.
everything.
I know Janae and Ando have both had some shorts drop. Janae's been doing some anime recommendations, and Ando's been doing his top 5 video games for different genres and stuff.
And that's on all the socials. Got to get out there. Got to go watch them.
Yeah, we usually got something new every day, so just like and subscribe and check it out.
It's a beautiful thing. Andrew, do you have anything shameless plug wise?
I mean, I can do the Came and Focus one for next Sunday.
Oh yeah.
So this past Sunday we didn't have a show because of the Super Bowl. So this coming Sunday we'll
Wait a
be.
minute, I don't
talking...
think you can say that. I think that's trademarked. I think you've got to say because of the big game.
Sorry, because of the big game.
You're gonna get us canceled.
Really?
Yeah, I think it's a big deal.
Oh, my mistake.
Well, that's just the stupidest thing ever.
I'm gonna get fired now. But anyway, we will be discussing the movie, which I have not seen yet, but I will. Thank You for Smoking. So that'll should be a lot of fun. So that's on the Cam and Focus YouTube channel. Superb Owl. There you go.
Superb Owl. Yes.
We did not go live because of this. The Puppy Bowl. Actually, that's why. The Puppy Bowl was on Sunday. That's why. We were all watching Hallmark or whatever it airs on.
And they also had the Fluffy Bowl with kittens.
Do you remember when they used to have the Bud Bowl and it was Bud Light versus Budweiser? See who would win? They don't do that anymore.
No.
Yeah.
Lame.
That's a lot of fun. If you go back 2 weeks ago, we did Krull. Not Krull. We did Enemy Mine. And Cam wore a Princess Leia golden bikini. So if you missed that,
it was
go check out Cam and Focus and watch that video because it's hilarious.
That was pretty funny.
Especially when he was dancing.
Yeah. Wait, no. Yeah. So that we have a lot of fun over there. So there you go.
All right. Well, that's going to do it for us tonight. Like I said, don't forget to hit all the socials and like and subscribe. If you're watching here on YouTube, hit the like and subscribe button here on YouTube. Hit that little bell icon for notifications so you know when we do go live. We will see all of you next week right here on MCU Mondays. We're talking about Captain America next week, Brave New World. We will see all of you next week. Y'all have a great rest of your week and get out there and go watch Captain America. Bye, guys.
Shit! Language. No one else is going to deal with the fact that Cap just said language. I know. For gosh sake, watch your language.
That's not going away anytime soon.
You bet your ass.
Steve, you said a bad language word.
Did you tell everyone?
Out with the platinum bastard.
Steve doesn't like that kind of talk.
You know what, Romanoff?
Fury, you son of a bitch.
Ooh, you kiss your mother with that mouth?